Taylor in immaculate form at the moment. His last 3 games, he's averaged well over the ton, and 7 times in the Premier League so far he's done it. Still the man to beat.
Well, probably back to his best. I think last Thursday night in Birmingham, when he had a darting double whammy defeating Adrian Lewis and Simon Whitlock. He will not, however, John, extend his record-breaking run of having finished top of the table in every year. He cannot now catch Michael van Gerwen, and that will make him sore. He will still reach the semi-finals, I'm sure, but he will be sore about not finishing top, won't he?
Absolutely. History already created tonight on that account. Taylor cannot finish top, and when you finish top 8 years running, you want to finish top the 9th. Anyway, he'll be back next year to try and finish top, a la Man United. In the Premier League, I suppose, and but he's still in the competition, and he's determined all the more, I'm sure, to finish in the top 4 and settle things at the O2. But Thornton's had a great series, and although last week he didn't convince me, he didn't average high 92 and a 91, but he got the points, Rod, and that's all you can ask.
He has had a terrific run against Phil Taylor. Tonk Taylor in Brighton really wiped the floor with him. Beat him in the UK Open final and beat him at the Grand Prix in Dublin. Of course, Phil Taylor had his revenge in the World Championship at Alexandra Palace. I suppose the one that really mattered for Phil Taylor on the way to his 16th World Crown. But for anyone to beat Phil Taylor 3 times in a 12-month period, John, that takes some doing.
Yes, you're right. And I don't believe that it's entirely indicative of any deterioration in Taylor's prowess or his form. I think it really is indicative of this man becoming a super Scotsman. The power of Scotland, you could say, I suppose, or even sing, Rod.
Spare me, John. As Taylor misses the treble 19, he wanted a brace of them.
86.
He hasn't left the 2-darter if Thornton can't oblige with this roof-raising checkout.
So we require 78.
Yes, Taylor then 78 for the 3rd victory on the trot. 4th victory on the trot, in fact. If we can get this, he's on his way against the throw. 2-0 Taylor.
Without really
100.
having to move from 1st to 2nd gear. The Taylor turbo has not been required. You made the point, John, that Robert Thornton played well below his best last Thursday in Birmingham, but still got 2 wins. If he plays at that level against Phil Taylor, he will not get a win.
No,
I think it's fair to say.
And in fairness, Taylor at the moment has an average of 87, so we're not seeing the best of him, and that's when you've got to nail him. I mean, Taylor's had 7 times in the Premier League this season 100+ average. Phenomenal. And his tournament average is just about 100. That's how good he's been, despite losing 4 times. And I think it shows how good the others have been against him. Brilliant.
That's it. Robert Thornton finds the target. His 47th maximum of this Premier League. Only Michael van Gerwen has had more.
Yeah, that's impressive, Rod. 47. To be 2nd in the 180 hits in a field like this is something he can be quietly proud of. But it comes... It amounts to nothing if he doesn't capitalise. And 180 followed by 44 sums him up, really, at the moment. 164 gettable for Taylor.
Gone for 2 treble 19s. Got 2 treble 19s. Once. The ball!
Gettable! Unforgettable! Brilliant dance from the tower! Oh, exhibition stuff! Look at that! Right in the middle of the ball!
Yep, we saw one of the biggest finishes on the list. followed by one of the smallest. And as you say, John, they both count one leg. And Taylor has four legs. 4-0.
81.
Well, with four legs you can gallop away extra fast to victory, Mr. Taylor, if you maintain this form and Robert Thornton doesn't get his back. He certainly has been the Scottish sensation, the pride of his nation in this tournament, and that's with all due respect to Gary Anderson. But at the moment, it's the power who's taking the glory.
Well, he's threatening a whitewash now, isn't he, Phil Taylor? That's Thornton's first priority, to avoid that considerable embarrassment. I'll tell you what, if he fills it up again, the pressure will be on Robert Thornton. Why even use the word in? Back-to-back maximums for Phil Taylor, and Robert Thornton has got problems. Treble 18. Oh, he stays there for number 9.
Unbelievable! That's one of the most amazing legs of darts in the Premier League this year. Taylor back-to-back 180s, 60 left, and Thornton finds a spark of something from somewhere. Scottish sensation, Rob. That was indeed sensation.
It was a possible tungsten tide turner from Thornton. It was, however, on his own throw, but he had to win that leg, and suddenly it's ignited him.
140.
The blue touch paper has been lit. Thornton, averaging some real rubbish in the 70s, is now really rocketing that average. And Taylor responds.
Yes, good game now. Just now finding the range. And finding the range. Where does it suddenly come from?
Well, it's as if an imposter was on stage for 4.5 legs. No, he was tempted. The lie wasn't there. The crowd egged him on. Taylor, pragmatic. Thornton, precocious in the last 5 minutes. He's been magnificent all of a sudden.
96.
Well, I don't know what the collective noun is for an audience of Scousers, but they're certainly enjoying this, the Liverpudlians. And Taylor rattles the wire, moves it fractionally, and then finds the target beautifully. 6-2, it doesn't matter how well Thornton plays, he's going to find it tough from here. Got to win every leg left to draw.
When they met in week 9, Thornton routed Taylor 7-4. The favour is being returned to some tune by the Power, who, by winning here, if he goes on to win, will move on to 19 points. We update to 18 because he's guaranteed 1. So he'll move to within 3 of Van Gerwen. But most importantly, Taylor has 19, and it's the 5th place man who he's really competing with, of course, as he bids to finish in the top 4 to reach the playoffs.
96.
And that 5th place man is Thornton. So Taylor would have a very handy 4-point buffer on the Thorn if he goes on to win.
Yes, and the legs difference will play its part as well, as good as a point as those involved in the relegation battles and promotion battles in the
95.
Football League will know. So, the ton 40 leaves him on that 1-6-4 that he's already achieved in this match, brilliantly in the 3rd leg.
140.
Well, if he achieves it in the 9th leg, it will be the last leg, and he goes the same route. Wanted 2 treble 19s. You'd fancy to stack on top. She has. Leaves 88.
96.
That leaves 68 if he comes back.
85, treble 15 surely. Awful dart, to be honest. Got to be in at least the single 15, and he isn't. So clumsy darts, careless darts, call them what you like. They may be his last darts. Taylor homing in on a 7-2 victory, wanting 68. Tops he wants. No problem to the power. A comfortable 7-2 victory. Revenge over Robert Thornton. And the power